Hi everybody, my name is RENER and I'm with RENER Construction and Design. Today I'm going to show you how to convert a conventional flat ceiling into a vaulted ceiling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by explaining all the issues that you might have with your existing roof. And later on I'm going to show you how you can solve all these issues and create huge transformation to your house. Your rafter membranes are probably 2x4 if the house is built between 1920s to the 1970s. In a lot of situations you do have rafters that are 2x6 and 2x8, and that will put you in a completely different position. Now a rafter 2x4 will just not be able to hold the load and the weight. So that's our first issue. Our second issue is insulation. There is no way that we're going to be able to fit an insulation inside a 2x4 space. Okay? It's just 4 inches, and that does not give us enough space to fit the insulation. Yes, you can push it in, but that will be the wrong thing to do. That will give you so much problems in the future. It will cause condensation, because it's obviously when you have vaulted ceiling, heat rise up and it will create mildew. So this is the last thing that you want to use, is a batts insulation. We're going to later on talk about what kind of insulation we should use for the vaulted ceilings, but right now we'll continue talking about the other issues that we have. The third issue that we have is basically fitting lights inside your vaulted ceiling. There's just no room to fit any recessed lights. There is no recessed light that existed that can fit in a space of 4 inches, or new 2x4s are 3.5 inches. So that's our third issue. The fourth issue that we have is that old rafters that's been in the attic under heat and under, all different temperature, they get bowed. They're not level and they're not straight, just like we have on every single project that we do vaulted ceilings. So now we went over 4 different issues that we have with our existing roof rafters. The next, I'm going to explain you how to solve all of these issues and create a vaulted ceiling. The one thing that is extremely important for every homeowner to do before you start a project like that is the first thing you do is hire an engineer that will come by the house, will take a look at your roof, and will create plans such as this one. These plans basically explain how to do the job, how to reinforce your roof, how to build your trusses, how to create your vaulted ceiling. So it has all kind of different details about what to do and how to do it. Okay? So that's extremely important. Do never hire a contractor and let the contractor do the work without having an engineer. Not just that, is when the framer finished to do his framing work, you really want the engineer to come by and give you a structural observation certificate. And basically what is that? Is that it's the engineer, he's coming over, he's inspecting all of the work that he drew, and he's giving you a certificate that says that he's responsible for all of the work that was done, and that everything that was done correctly. So the first issue that we had is that our rafters are simply too small in order to hold all the load. So I want you to look right here and see exactly what we've done. We double our joists and we reinforce the whole entire roof by installing for every single rafter. We install a 2x8 rafter right next to it, and you can see how it's installed and how it's nailed. It has to start at the bottom plate, at the top plate, and go all the way up to the ridge. Okay, so after we install the rafters, the really important thing here is to have the rafter nailed into the old rafter in order to create one strong piece. Okay, so that's basically the way how we solve all the structural issue, and we provide a really strong roof that we can easily make a vaulted ceiling. Okay, so our second issue was lighting. Now we got a 2x6 or 2x8 rafter, which will be enough to accommodate lighting. As you see right here, we have the recessed light installed and there is no problem. Okay, the third issue that we had, it was the bowing. The roof was just too old and it's not straight. Right here we install a new 2x8 rafter, which is perfectly level, perfectly straight, and that's solving this issue. The last issue that we had was insulation. Now we have about 8 inches clearance in order to fit an insulation. Now this is extremely important to know what kind of insulation to use and how to install the insulation. So I'm going to go ahead and show you right now which insulation is the right insulation to install and how you install it. Insulation for vaulted ceiling. The only insulation that will work for vaulted ceiling is a rigid insulation. A rigid insulation made out of special foam that we have in the center, and it has a silver, how you call it, like a silver foil on top, which reject heat and stuff like that. This insulation that we have here, it's R30 insulation, which is up to code with state of California, and it will work perfect. The best thing about this insulation is that it's only about 3.5 inches thick. So the best thing over here is when you install your insulation, okay, when you put your insulation here, you still have a big space to create ventilation. Okay, now when you look over here, you can see that all the blocking that was done on this job, all of them leaving space in the back for ventilation. So when we install the new rigid insulation, that will go here between the rafter and it will still have space in the back for ventilation, which is extremely important. So one thing I have to tell you, it's extremely expensive. Extremely expensive, but it's worth every penny. It's cost about 4 or 5 times more than a regular installation. But in order to get things done in the right way, you have to use this installation. Now, there is one point that I want to talk about that it's actually saving you money. Okay, in a regular installation, when you get close to lighting, it can burn from the light. Okay, this one, it's not going to happen. Okay, you can have as much heat as you can have coming from the light. It will not burn. It will not create fire or anything like that. Now the best thing about it is that when you install recessed lighting, the recessed lights has a special box that comes around that protects it from getting burned. These recessed lights are a lot more expensive than the standard recessed lights that you see right here. So you are saving money by installing this insulation. You're saving money on the recessed lights. So this is our third issue. I think that's actually our fourth issue. So I think we're pretty much done. We're going to be back here to this project that we have right now in West Los Angeles. We're going to be back here after we remove all the walls, and we'll create, we'll show you how the finished look and see what impact it will make on this house.